morning. So today we're going to work on your core. I call this one abtastic because we're really going to work in your center, strengthening those core muscles. It's so important to protect your back, for your balance. So that is what we're going to do today. Other side, we're just doing a quick warm-up. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet together. We're going to come up on your toes and then lower the heels. Come up on your toes and then lower the heels. 2 more times. Bring it up. Last one. And good. So we're going to start right here. I'm not bending forward. I'm bringing the knee up, pointing the elbow towards that opposite knee. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel a nice tight crunch of those ab muscles. Inhale, exhale as you come over. Remember, don't bend all the way over. There's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but it's just unnecessary movement on the back. Just by lifting the leg and taking that little bit of rotation, you're going to make those abdominal muscles work. So we're going to do some things standing and we're going to do a lot of things on the floor. So you will need a mat or just a carpeted surface or someplace cushy to sit. And from here, we're going to reach and lift. Slowly. Don't want you to get dizzy, so nice and easy. Cross, lift. 3, 2, and last one, we're going to do the other side. Hold it here and switch. So we're nice and tall and long in the spine, reaching across and out. Across and out. That's it. Good. Nice and easy. 4, 3, 2, and one more. Okay, so we're good and warmed up. We've kind of let your body know this is where we're working. We're coming for you, working that center. We want to be good and balanced and strong in your core. It's going to affect every other part of your body. So bring your legs up into tabletop, and we're going to tap the toes down. When you do this, you want to make sure your back is staying flat down on the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take one out and you can twist elbow to the opposite knee. 8 times. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your toes up to the ceiling. We're going to reach and lower. Reach and lower. Inhale when you're down on the floor. Exhale when you come up. If you want to do it here, you can support your head with your hands. Just don't pull your head up to come up. That's why I kind of like this one here. But you can do a little bit of a chin tuck so that your neck isn't just like hanging out back there. 2, and 1. And hold it here. And let's take a ride, bicycle it out in those legs. Again, back is staying flat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet together. Hands at your side for balance. You're just going to take the knees not all the way to the floor, just a little bit of rotation to the side. Be aware of how your back feels. If it's feeling a little pull there, that is not pleasant. That means don't go that far. Just make it smaller. Smaller movement. 4, 3, and 2, and 1 more. Okay, feet down here. Let's push it up for a few bridges, just a few, because this is really a workout that is focused on your abdominal muscles. The bridge is not, but it does work your core, even though this is not a core workout, because I have a core 20-minute workout. So I'm not really going to go into the glutes and the thighs and the hamstrings, but just for the sake of giving your abs a little bit of a break and getting a nice stretch here, we're going to throw a few, just a little bit of mixture. Most of it's going to be right here, working the tummy. And lower down slowly. And good. Okay, so we are going to turn it over and do a plank. One of the best ways you can strengthen your core, but you have to be smart about it. So here's your level 1. You're keeping your knees on the floor, so you're well protected there. If this is good and easy and no problem, then you're going to lift your knees off the floor and hold your plank right here. Now, I have a bad lower back, so I am going to go back down to here. It's just a fact of life. Sometimes you can't do everything you were able to do before, or maybe just not right at this moment, but with stretching and strengthening, might be able to add it on again at a later time. So we got to listen to our bodies. And we're going to bring it down to the elbows, and we're going to do the same thing. Well, actually, let's take a rest. Lower down and breathe. Whew. Okay, so we're going to come back up. So pull in from your belly button and hold your plank here. If you can take it up off the knees, you can come here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And lower it down. Okay, so we are going to come back to that, but we're going to turn it over onto your side. So abdominals also have your obliques, part of the abdominal group. So let's do some of that. We're going to hold here and up. So if you have a stability ball or a Bosu ball, you can definitely hop up on that for these side crunches, and you'll get a lot more benefit out of this exercise. But it's okay. I mean, we don't all have every exercise tool under the sun. We have what we have, and there's no excuse. You can still do the workout even if it's just you and your mat, and all good. Okay, so we're going to make this move a little bit bigger. Reach over and let the arm help you, and then we're going to add the leg lift. It will work your outer thigh muscle, but I'm really doing it to get a good work right there on your side. So some exercises will serve multiple purposes, right? We'll touch on a few muscle groups at once. So while the focus is abs, we are going to have some assisting muscles working out. Little bonus. 2 and 1. Now, bend the bottom leg just for balance, and we're going to pull in. So kind of going to chop this elbow behind your leg, just supporting your head, kind of like resting on a hammock, which is your arm. And we're going to get a little more mobility here by bending the knee. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. Okay, onto your back, hug your knees. It's a little bit of a stretch, and bringing ourselves to neutral from being on the side. We just want to kind of stabilize back in the center. And we will get to the other side, but we're going to hold it here on your back. If you can lift your head, chest, and shoulders up for this one, go ahead. If you're not ready for that, you can leave your head down on the floor. And we're just going to kind of hold the leg for 2 counts and then let it go and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. From here, we're going to bring your knees in a little bit and your upper body in. So we're looking towards each other, meeting in the center. Don't let your legs go out so far that you're getting an arch in your lower back. You want to keep your lower back on the floor. This is a tough one because this is working your upper abs, your lower abs, your transverse abs as you press that belly button into the floor. The more muscles that work at one time, the harder the exercise is going to feel. So this one really packs a punch, but it's going to get those abs strong for you. 3, 2, and 1, and stretch. Arms overhead, legs overhead. Not legs overhead. Legs out front. That would be a fun. That's a fun exercise too. Not good for the lower back, so we won't do it. Okay, so we're going to attempt to do a full sit-up. If you can do it, great. If you can't, one day you will be able to. So even if you try, and you're only coming up like this, it's okay. That's how you start. So we'll call it a full sit-up, even if you're not in a full sit-up today. It's okay. There are more important things in life. As long as you're setting aside a little time for yourself to get your muscles strong, then you're a winner already. It doesn't matter how much of the workout you're able to do or not do just yet. Just be consistent and try and stay with it, because especially as we get older, if body parts start going on us, we're not going to be able to live life to its fullest and do all the things we want to do. Last one, and go, stretch. Good. Let's swing it around and get those side crunches that we did before. We have to even it out. Okay, so we're going to start here. You're in a side lying position. And so this is a really small movement. Stack the hips and up. Again, so if you have a big stability ball, it should be called an instability ball because it's round, so it's not very stable. But you know, if you have one of those or your Bosu, these are the exercises mainly that you want to do on there. Really good on the Bosu ball for the side crunches, and the regular sit-ups on the stability ball. But it's okay, you don't have to have it. I'm assuming that you have nothing except your desire to get strong and healthy, and some floor space that's really just the size of a mat, of an exercise mat. That's really all you need. Okay, so now we're going to use this arm just to exaggerate the movement a little bit more, and then we'll get into adding the leg. Three more. Come on, guys. God only gives us one body. We have to take care of it so we can do all the things He wants us to do. And so it's not only taking care of your body by exercising, but by what you eat and what you don't eat, and what you drink and what you don't drink. I'll just use soda as an example. Bring it here now. Chop, bring the elbow over your knee as it comes up. If you're a soda drinker, the good news is if you want to lose weight, I have the easiest, most sure way to promise you'll lose weight. Just stop drinking soda. If you drink sugary drinks, you have the easiest way to lose weight, because all you have to do is cut that out. It's harder when you say, oh, I'm a really healthy eater and I exercise 4 times a week, but I just can't lose weight. Then we have to dig deep. But if you're a soda drinker, or lemonade, take it from me, I did it while I was pregnant with my first and gained a ton of weight, and the doctor totally blamed the lemonade. Sugary drinks will not only make you unhealthy on the inside and could lead you to diabetes, but it's also going to pack on pounds even if everything else you eat is healthy. So there's my nutrition tip of the day. Last one. And go. Okay, so let's turn it, actually let's throw in another 2 planks here. So we're gonna come back to the elbows and bring it up. You wanna stay strong. How you know when to lower your knees is when your lower back starts to give out and you start sinking and arching. Then that's a no-no. Lower the knees and take a rest. Right? Breathe, 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 breathe. Don't hold your breath. Sometimes people hold their breath when they do planks because all of your muscles are working at once, which means all of your muscles are tight. Now, if you take that and apply it to your lungs and your breathing, that is not good. Lower your knees, sit back on your heels, take a rest. So it's a little bit contradictory, it's kind of hard, but you want to think about holding all of your muscles tight in your plank, but then relax in your breathing. So get the position, pull your abs in, tighten everything up, but breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Okay, so let's turn back onto your back. We only have a few more minutes left, so I'm going to give you a few more exercises on these abdominals. So we're going to take your knees and drop them to one side. They might not go all the way to the floor, and that's fine. And then we're going to take a little lift of your head, chest, and shoulders. So your shoulders are flat on the floor and your lift is straight. The twist comes when you get to your lower body and your hips. So you have that dynamic of straight on the upper body, twisted on the lower body. Support your head with one hand and let's reach the outside arm right behind your tush there. It'll kind of help to guide you to go straight up. And I'm sorry, my pants are black and my floor is black, so I hope that you're able to see what I'm doing. I need to get a new mat. It was falling apart and leaving little blue dots all over my floor. 2 more. And good. Let's take the knees to the other side. Both hands behind your head first. So one side is bound to feel a little tighter than the other. So if that's the case, you can take your legs further away from you and it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. So kind of find your spot there and we're going to lift straight up. And if it's too uncomfortable you can take the leg off of the other leg. Straight up on the upper body, the twist is on the lower body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and bring your knees into your chest. We're almost there. We're going to come back to this one, 2 and 2, and then I'm going to progress to add a little bit more onto this before we wrap. So, bring it across, 2, switch, 2, across, 2. Again, lower back is staying on your mat. So we're kind of like going strong before we wrap up here. 2 and 1. And breathe and lift. Upper, lower together. Inhale when you're going down or when you're down on the floor, and then exhale when you come up. Don't pull on your head. Looking up towards your ceiling. It's a lift up, not a rounded crunch over. That just doesn't do any good for your neck. 2 and 1. And just give me 3 really good full sit-ups if you can. And we'll hold it into a stretch. And we will be done with this one. 2. Last one. And stretch. Hold. Hands back here to support your back. Getting a stretch. And good. Let's come up to standing. And we're going to take a stretch on those abdominal muscles when we're up in a standing position. Inhale. All we have to do is reach your arms up overhead. And there is your stretch. You should feel it. And they're nice and tight right now. And you're getting a stretch by reaching up. And once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your arms down, and good job. You are working on getting nice and tight in your center, which leads to great balance and strength to protect your lower back. All right, have an awesome day.
The pain is all a million miles away. The only